What's going on, guys? Back today for a third one. Y'all gonna get 3 videos today. Love it, like it. If you like it, drop it in. Drop a thumbs up. I'm gonna try for the next week to just give out 3 videos a day. That's my goal. But today we talking about sticking to the plan, man. I always tell you guys about having a plan and organizing, and that's the importance of being entrepreneurs. You gotta have a plan and you gotta stick to it. My plan for the week is 3 videos a day for the next week. So if y'all don't see it, drop it in the comments. Say, hey man, you ain't posted 3 videos. But anyways, let's get to it. Sticking to the plan. So I made this video because it's more of a reminder and a perspective shift. So sometimes we get caught up in the things that's going on social media. Sometimes we get caught up in the things that's going on in the world. And based on the seasons or what's hot and what's not, we change our plan. Don't do this. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because your plan is one, could be a gift from God, but your plan is based on your intuition and where you're trying to go. Sometimes, so for example, if I'm going on this road and this is my plan, I'm going straight, but then, oh, I see something over here I like, or I see something over here I like, or let me go back, or let me turn around. You're slowing yourself from getting to where you ultimately try to go, right? Roads naturally have bumps in them. They naturally have obstacles, inconveniences, and things like that you have to go around, go under, go over. But if you're purposely taking a detour, you're ultimately slowing yourself from where you're trying to get to. So give yourself a plan. And so ultimately, when you're making self a plan, doesn't mean that plans don't change, right? It doesn't mean that this has to be a hard fought plan, but it does mean that you have to create something for yourself that you can start to build. So for me here at As I Am Cam No Code, my plan right now is just to make content, man. It's to make videos. It's to challenge myself in ways that are usually unconventional for me. You know what I mean? I was never a type of person where I didn't like making a lot of videos. I don't like overflowing social media with videos. I'm more of a quality over quantity type person. But when I realized, and I'm not, the world's best editor. I'm not very cinematic in my shots. I do understand lighting and certain things a little bit because I studied that stuff in school. But my word of mouth is probably the biggest thing that I have going for me. So when I realized that, it's like, okay, well, just talk to the people. You know what I'm saying? Make videos talking to the people and see what sticks. Don't have to be all cinematic or edits or cuts and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm just trying to give different content for you guys to, enjoy. And then we'll see what sticks. We'll see what won't stick, and we'll kind of go from there. So this is my plan. My plan for YouTube is to just build a foundation. Obviously, eventually I want to get monetized and want to make money off of assets and different things like that. But this is ultimately just to fund the candles and then to do other things with candles outside of this. You know what I'm saying? To continue to expand the ecosystem so I can do other content and different things like that. I'm not changing my plan. You know what I mean? I might change how I approach it. So, like I said, for the next week or so, I'm doing 3 videos a day, right? That's the goal. So if I'm doing 3 videos a day, I might be like, no, I'm gonna do 2 videos. I'm gonna go up to one, or I'm gonna do some shorts. Or I'm gonna change the way I cut the videos, or like even with social media, I have a plan. Just post it, post. Don't think about it. Just post it, right? That's my goal for social media because for so long I was so worried about how is it gonna look, what is it gonna sound like? Because I care about those things, and not because I'm just, um, I'm worried about people's perspective, but maybe because I'm mildly obsessive about those things because like I said, I studied this stuff in school, so I know what good sound is supposed to sound like. I know what good lighting is. I know what those things are like, but I don't always know how to, because we had a team, so I don't always know how to do those things by myself. You know what I mean? So it's like, just get the reps in, just get the reps in, just get the reps in. So that is what my plan is right now. Now, how that looks on a day-to-day might change, but it is about getting the reps in. And so find a plan for yourself. Find something that you can stick to for whatever your business is, whatever your life is, your life goal right now. Don't get caught up in the trinky, the things and objects, because ultimately that can kind of slow you down from getting to where you're trying to go. One thing that I've learned in life is that sometimes, I don't say the boring route, but sometimes the simple route that seems like it takes a long time is probably the best route to go. Because what you learn is that the people who are trying to move fast, you got to go from this thing to this thing to move fast. You know what I mean? And it's not, none of it is ever really sustainable. You know what I mean? That's why getting a job is sustainable. That's why saving and investing is sustainable. That's why the things that seem boring or simple are the most sustainable one. And sometimes they can get you to where you want to go a lot quicker because of the fact that they are sustainable. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So you find a sustainable plan. Find something that you can stick to. Don't stick to a plan that's going to overwhelm you. Don't stick to a plan that's going to burn you out quickly. Don't stick to a plan that's going to like be, that's going to be too much for you. You need to get a plan that's going to be sustainable. How do you know if a plan is sustainable? Here's some ways to know. One, can you stick to the schedule? Two, if you think about it, does it feel like it's fun or does it feel like, oh man, I got to do this again, right? If it feels like, oh man, I got to do this again, then it's probably it's probably too lofty of a goal right now for you to do. And you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to simplify it. Another thing is, do I need all these kind of complicated pieces to get the thing done? If I need this person or that person, or it's like, what if this person don't do it, then it's not gonna work. If that person don't do it, or if I don't do X, Y, and Z, it's not gonna work. Then that's probably not the plan. Like for me right now, my plan is just to make simple videos like this, limited edits, probably no edits at all, no cuts, and then post them on social media. If nobody sees them and nobody likes them, it doesn't really matter because nobody's seen them and nobody likes them. But that allows me to get the reps in on, and see what people really like, what people don't like, and kind of move from there. So it's finding a plan that's simple for yourself, simplifying the process for yourself as much as possible. So take out all the frills, even if it's like, I just got this mic. I did 100 videos before I got a mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got this mic 3 days ago. You know what I mean? If you look at my page, it's 100 and something videos on here. I just got this mic 4 videos ago. So lights, I just got lights 4 videos ago. You know what I mean? So it's just about getting the reps in, man. You don't always need all the stuff to get started, but you do need to get started. Find a plan, stick to the plan, and you can critique the plan as you go. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. You will make changes as you go. But the most important thing is to find a plan that you can stick to. And you'll be surprised how fast you'll be able to level up from that plan. But find your baseline. Start wherever your baseline is. Don't start up here if that's not your baseline. Start here, but you'll be surprised how fast you can get here if you start here. If you start here, you're gonna go back here. So you might as well just start here. All right, find yourself a plan, stick to one, make changes as you go. Be kind to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Be gracious to yourself. You only got one life to live, no reason to beat yourself down. Till next time, peace.